Hello, my name is Claude Hamilton. I've been flying racing drones for about 1.5 years now. I got into this last spring. Saw a video on YouTube of some guys racing through the forest, weaving in and out of trees, and it really intrigued me. Ended up picking up a cheap kit, and 1.5 years later, it's now an addiction. I currently help run the East Kentucky Multi-GP chapter. We are a grassroots drone racing chapter in Hazard, Kentucky. You can find out more about us on the Multi-GP website. Now I'm going to turn it over to Chad.
Hi guys, my name is Chad Perry. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. This started out when I was a kid, about 12 years old. I flew model airplanes, gas-powered, giant scale planes, and just like Clyde over here, seen a video on YouTube and it sparked my interest into this. First little bit, it was difficult, and you know, now just like he said, it's turned into an addiction, and we pretty much live this stuff now.
Alright guys, everyone should have received a kit from KVEC. Contents of the kit: you have your Mach 1 stretch quad. This is your frame. It's basically the body of the drone. You should have received 4 Emax red bottom motors, 4 speed controllers or ESCs. These are what controls the speed to the motor and gives the quad power. You should have a Foxeer VTX or video transmitter. This sends the video from the camera back to your goggles. A RunCam micro camera. A FreeSky XM Plus receiver. A CL Racing F4 flight controller. This is the brain of the quad. This is basically the computer that tells it what to do. You give it a stick input and it controls all 4 motors to make it do what you want it to do. You should have a Pagoda antenna, a China Hobbyline racing battery, Eachine EV 800 goggles, and a FreeSky Taranis X7 radio, as well as propellers and a battery strap. All right, so it's time to get started.
Let's get started. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start with the frame first. What you do, go ahead and get all your pieces laid out, make sure everything's here. There's a few pieces right now that we won't be needing right now. This package right here, it has some 3D printed parts for your camera and your VTX antenna. You can just lay those to the side right now, we won't be needing those. There's some plastic nuts here, it looks like. Are they metal or plastic?
Plastic.
They're plastic, okay. We won't be needing them right now.
And some kind of spacers.
Some kind of spacers. Not sure what they're for yet, but we'll get there. We found out on this frame right now, you should have 3 types of screws. The longer screws right here, you shouldn't be needing those, so let's go ahead and lay them to the side. These are what I think 14 millimeter. So you will not be needing the 14 millimeter screws. We have, what is it, 6 and 11s? These are all 11s?
Yep.
Right, okay. So we got 11 millimeter screws. You should have 4 stainless steel nuts. Now on the standoffs, the frame comes with 2 types of standoffs. You've got some shorter ones, what are these, 25 millimeter, and we have some 30 millimeters. To make this build a little bit easier, we're gonna go ahead and use the 30 millimeter standoffs. What that'll do is that'll raise the top plate above the frame, 30 millimeters, you know. That'll give us a little bit more room to work with. It won't be such a tight build for you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and use them. All right, first thing we wanna do, we want a frame. Let's take 2 arms. You'll wanna use 4 screws. These are the 11 millimeter, right? Yeah. Okay. I think there'll be a picture included in the video to show you how this goes together, but let's go ahead and explain this. Your first screw on your outside, like this, your arm will go in. Now right there you will want to run a standoff. Now this will only be, you'll have one standoff on each screw or each arm. So we'll do one there, and your next one, the one on the inside, let's do a stainless steel nut. If I can get it started. Okay.
Don't cross it.
No, definitely don't cross thread it. All right. Next, let's do the same thing on the another arm, same way, and you're wanting to use the main back holes. Hang on just a second. You're wanting to use this hole and these holes right there on the corners. So we'll go ahead same way as before. We're in the standoffs on the outside. Your nut will be on the inside, just like that. Now this is mirrored. There is no front or back right now. It's, you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and start on this side. A few more. Which pad's open? Same thing as before. Your standoff will be on the outside. The nut will be on the inside. Just like that. Now let's go ahead and do this last one. Guys, this stuff is carbon fiber. It's what is it? It's 5 mil thick. Don't be afraid, you're not gonna break it, you're not gonna hurt it. Your holes should line up perfect, just like this one did. Go ahead and just get those finger tight right now. They don't have to be torqued down, nothing like that right now. Like I said, we've got these screws right here. We'll be using, those are for the top plate. We won't be using those right now. Top plate sets like that. And there you have a completed frame.
Okay guys, next we're going to mount the standoffs to your flight controller. So what you're going to need these 14mm screws that we told you wouldn't need. And this little plastic spacer. So you're going to run this through the center 4 holes. And then the plastic spacer will just thread on.
You'll want to thread that all the way to the bottom. Finger tight should be fine.
And you're going to repeat this for all 4 corners. Okay, now we have all 4 spacers in there for the standoffs.